Hi there. Welcome to LSB Feasters Radio Channel, where what we do here is keep great radio from the past alive. And today we're featuring a legendary radio and television personality, Bob Sirott. Bob actually started on the radio back in the early 70s as a weekender and fill-in guy at WBBM-FM. And then he had the opportunity of a lifetime getting a job at 89 WLS. And he was there from the early 70s right up to 1979. He was great on WLS. Lots of personality. He was quirky. He was great. And then he decided to take his talents to TV. He went to work on WBBM TV for a while, and after about 5 years there, he landed a job at CBS Television and was seen nationwide on the TV show West 57th Street. Then he came back to Chicago, was doing local TV at WMAQ, and did a few other things. But eventually, he came back to his first love, radio, and was working for a while middays at WGN. And then in 2019, Sirott landed the morning show at 720 WGN. And he did a great job on that morning show. Hey, if you like what you hear, feel free to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you'll be notified whenever we post anything new. All right, let's go back with Bob Sirott on 89 WLS.
WLS. Hello, who are you?
Jim Clark.
Jim, you're the 15th caller. You just won.
All right, thanks.
You must know what the prize is.
I think so.
You sound a little deprived and depraved. You get the full-color poster of the Honey Bears.
All right.
Is that what you expected?
Yep.
Well, you have them here, and I can assure you their knees are in good shape. A lot better than Chambers or Simpson. There's a lot of flesh in the poster here, but I don't see any scars at all. That's furnished by Guidelines Multifaceted International of Chicago. What are you going to do with this?
Hanging on my wall. Found my other one.
Of an X-rated bedroom. What is your favorite radio station when I ask you after I give you a prize?
WLS.
That's what I thought. WLS. Carly Simon from The Spy Who Loved Me. And thanks largely to its rather tame, by today's standards, PG rating. ABC Television just bought the movie. Somewhere in the millions. They'll probably show it sometime next year. It's still doing big business in the theaters. We have some Beatles television information for you coming up in just a minute here on LS. It's 5:20, Bob Sirott, and another winning Magic Mouska ticket number. A free trip to Disney World, still to come before 6.
And now, a definitely solicited testimonial for new wash tub lathering face wash.
Ever since I turned teenager, I've had such oily skin. It's disgusting. But I found something new to get oily skin clean. It's called Wash Tub. No doubt for the clever little tub it comes in. Wash Tub really cleans up excess oil. It even leaves skin feeling nice. If you've got oily skin, try Wash Tub.
That's it, folks. Wash tub lathering face wash from Jergens. It really gets oily skin clean.
I mean, really.
Hey man, do you dig? Well, look so little, but refreshing so big. I give your mouth so tasty, and the answer is Dynamite.
The answer is Dynamite. When the question is, what's a great way to refresh your mouth in 5 different Dynamite flavors? Because inside that famous Dynamite's outside is a concentrated flavor that's a celebration for your mouth. So take our hint. Dynamite.
Do you know me? I'm Sally Lem of the Tail of the Whale, a marvelous restaurant at 900 North Michigan. Our old New England fishing wharf atmosphere is a port in the storm for seafood-hungry Chicagoans. Our tale begins with the table of contents, our help-yourself salad bar. There's one episode that's especially good, a clam bake with lobsters, clams, chicken, and sausage. After a delicious dessert from the epilogue, you've reached the end with the American Express card. Don't leave home without it.
Paul McCartney on WLS, next in 60 seconds.
And furthermore, my fellow colleagues, let me say this.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're here in the council chambers. The councilman has been filibustering, talking for 36 straight hours.
There's another point I'd like to make.
Wait a minute. The councilman has stopped talking and started coughing. Just a moment. He's reaching in his pocket. He's taking out Vicks medicated cough drops.
When you talk a little too much, you can get a dry, irritated throat. But you can get relief from that raspy feeling with Vicks medicated cough drops. Vicks has a tradition of giving people effective, soothing, medicated relief for coughs due to colds as well as dry, irritated throats. Vicks soothes your throat as it helps relieve coughs. Use as directed.
Let me make myself perfectly clear.
Thanks to Vicks cough drops, it looks like the councilman could last another 36 straight hours.
Vicks cough drops. Soothing medicated relief for coughs and dry, irritated throats. Get Vicks cough drops. For cough drops, you can't top a drop from Vicks.
Now you can choose the Master Mechanic 5-piece box and open-end wrench set or the 10-sized open-end set for just $8.88 each at participating True Value hardware stores.
The best music every day she takes a morning bath, she wets her hair.
Paul McCartney will be popping up all over the television tube here in the near future. ABC's got a January special, an hour program featuring some concert tape from last year's Wings tour. Meanwhile, NBC's got a couple of Beatles tributes planned for November. Beatlemania lives on. WLS.
The best music
Feels like May outside, 70 degrees, and the perfect end-of-the-day song on WLS. WLS Music Radio. I feel cleansed every time we play the Moody Blues, Nights in White Satin. We log that as religious programming. The Mouska ticket number that wins this hour will give away a free trip to Disney World. That's coming up right after a couple of Mouska messages here on LS. It's 5:35.
And now, Just Pants presents Gene Wars. Somewhere in the galaxy, we find the evil Daptor, demonic challenger to the Just Pants Gene Empire.
What do you mean you heard Just Pants on the people's cosmic airwaves?
Here it is again, Daptor. Listen.
If your jeans seem to be fading off into space, come on into Just Pants and change into Landlubbers. Landlubber has fashion jeans and bib overalls that can charge your body with a new energy and a wide variety of intergalactic styles and colors to give your wardrobe a cosmic lift. Come on into Just Pants and get into Landlubbers for a change.
Just Pants sounds great, even by human standards.
Silence, you dumb droid.
Now, what will Daptor do? Don't miss the next cosmic episode of Gene Wars, brought to you by Just Pants.
44 Just Pants stores in Chicagoland and outside the solar system, like in Merrillville and Peru. One is conveniently located near you. Remember, come to Just Pants for a change.
8 hot dogs to go. Hot dogs, fries, and a chocolate shake.
You know, I've been in the hot dog stand business a long time now. First put up my sign in, September 46, right after I got out of the service. And from the first day, I always considered my customers the gourmets of the fast food patrons. Why? Because they've graduated from the bland franchise hamburger and the dull franchise roast beef sandwich. Nah, my customer isn't settling. He wants to sink his teeth into something with character, something with tradition. And that's a Vienna hot dog. Because Vienna pure beef hot dogs are prepared with a traditional recipe actually handed down from the old world. And boy, do I put good things in the Vienna hot dog. I mean mustard, relish, onion, pepper. Oh, man, am I getting myself hungry again? Hey, Phil, make me one with everything. Heavy on the relish, the mustard, the pickles.
Look for the Vienna sign and step up to tradition.
Mucho music. I was thinking about a hot dog. I had a vision there. Coming in LS 60 seconds away.
The new Dave Mason album is called Let It Flow. And Lambrusco is the best-selling imported wine in America. But Mazzoni Lambrusco is the best tasting. Imported by Paterno Imports Limited, Chicago.
WLS with another winning Mouska ticket number. Here it is, 3268716. If it's your number, you have 1 hour to call us back at phone number on the back of that winning ticket to join the LS winners going to Disney World. Again, the winning number this time, 3268716.
89 WLS. Music Radio, WLS.
Still 70 degrees in Chicago, and there's only 54 days to Christmas and a Mother's Day nightlight sale.
It's time again for another trip to Walt Disney World and the Magic Kingdom.
WLS Mouska Ticket Line. What's your name?
Claudia Coco.
Claudia, you are a winner.
Oh, wonderful.
You are going to Walt Disney World in Florida.
I'm so excited.
Listen, it is a trip for four, Claudia, furnished by Walt Disney Productions in Eastern, the official airline of Walt Disney World, and it includes 5 days and 4 nights of things like swimming, sunning, and deluxe accommodations, plus the incredible Magic Kingdom. How's that sound?
Great. It's the best thing to happen to me all year.
Well, Claudia, listen, it's all yours just for listening. And one final question. What's your favorite radio station?
WLS.
WLS and the Pepsi Challenge book cover waiting for you in this Sunday's Chicago Tribune. Be sure and pick it up. Right price, it's free, and it could mean valuable prizes for you, too. Prizes like
Walt Disney World. Exotic as the primitive rhythms of the Polynesian village. As new as the startling contemporary hotel that rises like the promise of tomorrow out of the lush Florida landscape. Walt Disney World, a vacation kingdom filled with the energy of swimming, golfing, tennis, and the magic of dreams come true. And now all of this can be yours because WLS Music Radio is giving away dream vacations to Walt Disney World. Flights by Eastern, the official airline of Walt Disney World. And it's never been easier to win because now all you have to do is keep listening to WLS for your magic Mouska ticket number to be read on the air. Then call the station within an hour. If you don't have a game card yet, you'll find them at participating Chicagoland Sears stores. So pick one up and fill out the special activator card. Then listen to WLS for your game card number and a dream vacation for 4 to Walt Disney World. Furnished by Eastern and Walt Disney World.
Sure, there are cars with more comforts, but for my money, it's Volkswagen.
Me, I don't have to look elsewhere. Detroit suits my taste just fine.
When it was time for transmission work, I thought small. A neighborhood shop for my VW.
Took my Chevy to a big transmission place with experience that doesn't stop.
Amco to get the best of.
No matter what you drive, Amco's your best choice for transmission work. We've serviced millions, U.S. built and imports. So Amco Transmissions has the parts and know-how to tackle yours, whatever language it speaks.
Yes, Amco to get the best of.
On foreign or domestic transmissions.
We're the name of the company known from coast to coast.
Double A, MCO, Amco.
Your neighborhood Amco dealer isn't just an employee, he's an owner. It's his shop, something to remember when you have a transmission problem and you want some personal service.
Might be uptight, take it real light, lay back and lighten up with a Tipperillo.
We used to be heavy smokers.
For us, days began and ended with a cigarette. And then we discovered Tipperillo.
A mild-tasting light smoke that's so flavorful you don't have to inhale to enjoy it.
Now, instead of lighting up a cigarette,
We lighten up with a Tipperillo.
Lay back and lighten up with a Tipperillo.
Hold that man. Grab him. Grab him.
Jack Dunn's on the loose.
Hey, buddy, you're getting to be a real pain in the...
And he's in trouble wherever he goes.
You're getting to be a disturbance, you know that?
Henry Winkler.
I really thank you for getting me out of that mess.
Sally Field.
And here I am, I'm cleaning up somebody else's mess.
Heroes. In a world gone slightly mad, who needs a tender, touching, fabulous, funny love story? You do. Heroes. Rated PG. Parental guidance suggested.
See Heroes starting Friday at the Golf Mill 2 and Yorktown 3 or a theater near you. More or less music in 30 seconds.
When do you say Budweiser? Whenever it's time for a beer in Chicago.
How about a day on Chicago's Great Lakefront? Whether you're sailing along the city's skyline, climbing the bluffs, or just walking the dunes, anytime's the right time to say it.
When you say Budweiser
To the lake.
You said it all.
Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis.
Who's looking at you, kid?
That's all, folks.
Best music WLS.
John Recordings Landecker coming up next, and John will be giving away the albums he plays. Very clever rock and roll rhyme to end the day. Have a nice night. We'll see you tomorrow.
This is Linda Marshall, WLS News. And for the second time in 3 months, the body of a young woman, an apparent murder victim, has been found dumped in suburban Skokie. Shortly before 1 o'clock this afternoon, a passerby discovered the victim wrapped in a sleeping bag in a wooded area near 4300 Old Orchard Road. Skokie Police Sergeant Michael Burns tells us,
There was no ID on the body.
nor were there any obvious marks of violence that I'm aware of on the body. Dr. Stein from the medical examiner's office was out to make the pronouncement on the scene, and our department has an investigation ongoing headed by Lieutenant Filipowski at this time.
Police say the young woman didn't appear to have been dead very long. Cause of death unknown. Last August, you'll remember, 16-year-old Susan Clark of Chicago was found murdered in a vegetable patch on the far north side of Skokie after disappearing while on a babysitting assignment. 14-year-old Tyrone Neal of the South Side has lost his battle for life. Neal died today in Billings Hospital after being shot by a policeman. Police say the officer's gun went off accidentally while Neal was being frisked during questioning about a robbery. Later it was learned Neal was not involved in the robbery. And 9-month-old Michael Lee died today after his father allegedly beat him to death while the child woke him up crying. 19-year-old Lawrence Lee of the Southwest Side has been charged with murder. A call for a full investigation into that O'Hare concession contract scandal. WLS newsman Jim Johnson reports.
Alderman Dick Simpson says he'll try once again to get the City Council to take a close look at the city contract for concessions at O'Hare Airport. The Daily News is charging that 2 pals of the late Mayor Daley were secret partners in the firm given the contract. Simpson thinks the City Council should have more control over the lucrative contract which is handed out without competitive bidding. This is Jim Johnson.
Patricia Hearst has lost one battle in her attempt to get her bank robbery conviction overthrown, but the war isn't over yet. A U.S. appeals court today upheld her 1976 conviction for robbing a San Francisco bank. The Symbionese Liberation Army members along, but she still is out on bail. 8-month-old Melika Cox is expected to be on her way home soon. Her mother, Mrs. Donna Green, flew from Chicago out to Salt Lake City today to retrieve her baby, found safe and sound there after being kidnapped from her South Side home. On Wall Street, prices dropped sharply with the Dow Industrials off more than 6 points to close at a 2-year low of just 0.85 above that magic 800 mark. WLS Sports, Eric Soderholm of the Chicago White Sox was selected by UPI today as the American League's Comeback Player of the Year. Tonight, the Bulls play at Philadelphia. The Blackhawks are at Washington. WLS traffic, the usual slow spots on the Edens and the Outer Drive. The Kennedy slow from the Ike to Harlem. The Ike slow, California to Manheim. The Stevenson's heavy from the Ryan to Harlem. The Ryan slow at Roosevelt. And in the express lanes from 43rd to 63rd. WLS weather, rain likely tonight, especially late, and again tomorrow. Low tonight 52, high tomorrow 62. Right now it's 70 degrees. This is Linda Marshall, WLS News.
Mom, what's for dinner?
Chef Boyardee cheese ravioli with meat sauce.
Boyardee with meat sauce?
Boyardee.
We've never had this before.
It's a real Italian meal with taste appeal for all your family.
Here's the first cheese ravioli in meat sauce from Chef Boyardee. Delicious cheese-filled macaroni pies in meat sauce. So cheesy, meaty, and delicious, your family will say,
Boyardee.
Oh, boy!
Take your contact, take it now. Give your code to contact.
I'm going to change your mind about nighttime cold medicine. Of all major medicines, only one works up to 12 hours against the cloggy, cold virus symptoms that keep you awake. Only Contact. One capsule's relief stays with you all through a long night's sleep, no matter what cold virus attacks. Only Contact.
Give your code to Contact.
Take only as directed.
John Cassidy, Foghat, Fleetwood Mac, Beatles, Peter Frampton, McCartney and Wings, Ram Jam, James Taylor, Rita Coolidge, Barry Manilow, Watch It.
Stop! How many of the artists that we play this hour can you name in 5 seconds? Write them down, because you can win the most recent available album by all of the artists that we play, and you can say, on WLS.
Music